My weight was 185. I got admission in a prestigious law college. I got into the merit list actually, but as I was going up to pay the fees, the admission office, the dean saw me and he was like, "What are you here for?" So I told him, "I've come to take admission." Suddenly the tables were turned and they said, "You know what? We cannot give you admission." So, I mean, from a very young age, I've been doing a lot of chakkars, getting my first thing they say is maybe your thyroid is you have a thyroid problem. Then you went to this specialist, that specialist. So, as far as I can still remember, we spent a hell of a lot of money on doctors. I mean, trying this, trying whatnot. And I tried a lot of dieting and all that. At one point in time, I was like, it's up to me that I've got to reduce weight and all that. I lived a year on salads. Trust me, I lost only about 500 grams. In 2007, when I was 185 kilos, I had undergone the first surgery, which is the gastric banding. They chose a banding because it was least complicated, and even that was done under with a lot of risk because they thought because of the anesthesia I might not survive the surgery because of my heart may not take the anesthesia.
Unfortunately, he needed to have the band removed for certain complications, and after that, as frequently happens with loss of motivation and with life moving on, career and various other moves, he digressed or he went back to his old diet and lack of exercise routine.
I had major trouble in sleeping. I mean, I would rather sit and sleep than lie down and sleep because I could not get sleep. I mean, I used to stack up 4-5 pillows and then only be able to catch some sleep. I mean, I used to sleep in a very complicated position actually. Rather, I wanted to play cricket. I wanted to play. I have played tennis, but I was never a part. I mean, if there's no one else, then yes, I would be taken as the partner, but I would not be an obvious choice. Let me put it that way.
When I saw Aravind, I think he was about 140 plus kilos and quite depressed. His mother was also quite worried because he'd put on a lot of the weight that he'd lost earlier. And after a thorough counseling, Aravind underwent a sleeve gastrectomy. It was not a straightforward sleeve gastrectomy because of the previous surgery that he'd had and the infection. We did struggle quite a bit to give him the kind of result that he's got.
Post-recovery, touch wood, I haven't had any infections or any of that sort. I mean, I think by the third or fourth day I was back on my feet, as in I could probably walk unsupported. Initially, obviously, the anesthesia wears off, you're a little tired and you feel a little giddy and all that, but not much. I mean, that went off in 2 days.
After surgery, Aravind went back to his very strict diet and exercise regime, and he lost all the weight that he'd put on. And what you see today as Aravind standing in front of you is a very different individual, a much fitter looking individual, a much more positive individual.
One thing I'm happy about myself is the way I look. I'm able to dress the way I want to dress. Like, I mean, I'm now more into clothes than anything else now. In fact, half my money goes into buying clothes, whether I need it or not, just for the sake that I'm able to buy it off the shelf and I can do that, you know what, I don't need to wait to get a particular piece of clothing which I really want. So, and it also improved my self-confidence, which I didn't realize that it would affect me like that. The way I talk, the way I walk, and in the sense, the way I carry, basically the way I carry myself around, there's a kind of more confidence in the way I deal with people. I would definitely say if this is going to help you, then please do take it up. I would definitely recommend this treatment. But I wouldn't say this for, just, I mean, without commitment, it doesn't work because I learned it the hard way. Probably if I'd been a little committed, I could have, probably, I mean, it's just wishful thinking. It's always easier to say in hindsight that if I had done that, maybe I would have maintained and maybe this wouldn't have happened. See, I am a foodie. I'm not saying I'm not. It doesn't mean that, I still live on raw vegetables. No, no, I don't do that. I go out, I party, I do all kinds of stuff. But then, for me, the advantage of the surgery is that I can't eat much. Even though in the initial this thing, your brain would say that you need more food when your stomach is full. But then, if you just stick to that, I mean, I guess it's really worth it. Is what I would highly recommend it.
Arvind's story is important because it embodies two essential facts of bariatric surgery. Number one is that surgery works wonders in the right patients, and number two is that if the patient digresses from lifestyle modification programs, then even surgery doesn't work.